Hallie here. We're going to do this class today. Yes, we are. And you're going to walk away feeling really good about it when you're done. I hope. It's pretty easy peasy. So before we waste any more time, let's just get to it. And let's make some artistic magic. So what I'm doing is mixing the green and the white just a smidge to get my leaves the color I want as I put them on this little glass here. So hopefully I do this where you can see it. Just kind of drag it down. Pretty easy peasy. I'm just going to show you a couple times because, yeah, once you do it, it's pretty easy. How easy that was. And you can go in and you can put a little bit more green in there if you want. Variegate it. And that's how you do a leaf. Ta-da! So easy peasy. Let's do one more here, just to give you that show. And of course, when you do it, it's going to be a lot easier because you're not going to be doing it upside down. You're going to be holding the glass to you, and it'll be a lot easier to do. When I do these shares, I have to hold them where you can follow along, and it makes it interesting sometimes. But it's okay. So I start at the tip and I drag it down. It's kind of like that tip and drag, tip and drag. And that's pretty much it. And then that's it. I love the way it variegates. That blending of colors. It's so pretty. So pretty. I might have to spin this to where I can actually not do it upside down, but get that leaf right. Sorry, I have to do it this way for a minute. There we go. You say you want me to do one more? Okay, I'll do one more. One more leaf. just forget the hang of it. We'll load this one up. So tip and pull it. Bam! Done. These make really cool Christmas gift ideas. Right now I'm trying to come up with things that you can make for family members that they will go, oh my God, that's so cool. So you'll notice on here how I highlighted the white. I'm going to just I'm going to highlight this with the yellow a little bit more just to make that yellow pop now that we've added the white. This is the number 2 brush. We're just going to just bring in some little yellow highlights here. And this paint that I picked up is just a basic acrylic. Honestly, I've never fired it off, so I'm not going to recommend buying this one yet until this is a test run. If it works good, then I'll recommend it. But for today, let's just see how it works. I'll do little yellow highlights in here. Just to make this white, make the yellow pop against the white. Super easy peasy, just basically splotch it on there. Give it a little squiggle as you put it on. Where you can see it. Pull that out. Just little yellow highlights in here. to make it pop. So now that I've let this dry for just a little bit, I'm going to do some little accents on here. I'm going to use the smaller end of my stylus just to see what size these are going to come out as. And those are kind of perfect, so I'm not going to go much bigger than that. The black just gives it a little pop. I'll put some white in here too as it dries. Another thing to remember is when you're putting your paint on your plate, don't put too much out. Just put a little bit because you can always add to it because paint dries pretty fast. So you'll be working on it, then it'll get gunky on you. And it's hard to work with paint when it's starting to thicken up. It gets a little messy. So on that little spot that kind of dragged, I'll put a little white over that when it dries. See how it looks from with the black spots? And then without, before and after, the accents. So we are going to put that aside and let that one dry. Kind of fun to do these things together with you because I'm figuring out how to do a lot of this stuff too. I have an art background, but I never got to really play with it because I was a full-time mom and a full-time worker. Got to pay the bills. But now that I have time in my world, I can play with my art and learn new stuff. Like I've shared before, if you really want to see some cool glass painting techniques, check out Amy. I put her description down in my description where you can see her shares. She has some really neat tricks and such. Appreciate you stopping in and letting me create neat stuff with you and share. So let's just put this here and give it a little spin. I try to do 2 when I do shares, just where you can see. So we have some white dots to put on this, and we'll be golden. I'll be using the larger end of the stylus for this, because I really want those dots to pop. They're like little baby's breath. They're just fun. Just remember, don't go over your paint that you just did, otherwise it's going to bleed and not look too good. You just put them wherever you see, where you think they look good. And what that does, it gives your glass just a little pop. Just that little additional. Also, if you have a spot that you kind of oops and goobered on, you can put a little dot over it and no one will ever know but you. Give that little pop. Remember what I said, if there's a spot that you might have oopsed on, this is the time to cover it up. Put a couple of dots over it and no one will ever know. And plus, when you're making something by hand, it's not always going to be perfect, and that's okay, because that's the whole by hand thing, is we're not looking for perfect, we're looking for artistic expression and just creativity and having fun with it. If you're going to go for perfect, you're going to stress yourself out. Just have fun with it. If it's not fun, it's not worth doing. Walk away. Take a breath and come back to it. Kind of like what you do when your kids are making you nuts. You walk away, take a breath, and then you come back and say, okay, now, listen up, gang. Or even at work, when people are making you crazy, you take a breath. Or when your parents are making you crazy, take a breath. If your ball gets a little gunky, just clean it off and keep going. Remember to keep on reloading it. And the first time when you reload it, it's going to come out heavy, which means it's going to come on thicker, and then it's going to taper down. And there you go. Done. So this is done. We're going to set them aside. Let them dry for a good day. Then we'll put them in the oven and bake them off. Let them set for another day to cure. And we are golden. This is a nice tall beer glass. Just kidding. I don't really drink, but not that much. But anyway, this is done with acrylics. So without any further ado, I'll put down in the description the supplies you'll need. Let's get started and let's just make this really pretty glass. I've actually done a couple of them so I can show you the process along the way. So without any further ado, thanks for stopping in at Hallie's Creations. I hope you have an awesome week, and let's get started. Time is precious. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Don't forget to smash that button at the end, subscribe, hit that notify, ring that bell. Help me build my channel. I'm new to YouTube and I hope to see many years of sharing with you.